Hello, quick one today, might not be quick, I'm not sure. Had an inquiry from a client of mine that actually was over a year ago now, basically saying, help, mum and dad have just had a re-roof carried out and we're not sure how good the quality of it has turned out, which is fairly typical. It was essentially a re-roof, new membrane on a 1930s semi-detached hipped roof property, roof off, membrane, roof down. Now, their concern is halfway through the job, typical situation, oh, your rafters aren't looking great, they need to be doubled up. We need to probably put quite some significant reinforcement or bracing on these rafters because their current state is basically terrible. They've decayed and they're no longer serving their purpose. So originally it was an £8,000 cost, and this is what I've been told, and they've ended up paying £12,000 for the work that's been necessary to the roof, and that includes a little bit of work to the chimney stacks as well. So I'm hoping to basically go there today, bring you with me, and we can basically unpick. Hopefully it's not too bad. I don't know. From some of the pictures, it doesn't look great. They've not been able to get into the loft yet. But this really triggers me because it really reminds me of, not many people know this, but why I originally went into surveying was because my mum and dad basically got fobbed off massively with their old home, family home, whereby it was a new re-roof, and then, oh dear, we found this, we found that along the way, and obviously my mum and dad don't go in the loft. Whose mum and dad goes into the loft? So it was originally 10 grand, then it was 15 grand, then it was 20 grand, and then and it's the most painful thing in the world, because I have no idea what's a good roof. I had no idea what a good roof was, but now I basically do have a good idea of what a roof should look like. I've seen a number of roofs now. One would like to think I know a little bit about them. I'm no roofer, but if I can help someone, I will always try and help someone. I think that's only what we are designed to do. So yeah, I'm going to bring you guys along. If you're watching this video, please share it, because it might be useful to connect with people if we do feel like it is really quite a fob off, essentially. So do come along and have a look and see hopefully what we've got here. Just a little bit of work necessary or poorly carried out to the render here. As you can see, this is not adequately sealed, and that is going to be able to, as you can see, open up there. So that needs to be completely sorted out. Otherwise you're going to get water coming down your render into your stack there. So I've taken that back, I'm not happy with that. Coming around here, I mean, the state of the render on this is inadequate. We've got no beading at all. I mean, I don't know what it looked like before, but it looks like they've just hacked a load of stuff off and tried again. Similarly here, this is not going to be a long-lasting solution, and this needs to come out because this is unacceptable. As you can see there, similarly to the other side, water's going to track back through there. This stepped flashing approach does look very vulnerable. Ideally, you want to put in a drip bead of some kind into that, and then let it run in with the render, which has not been done appropriately. Got these tingle straps running to a number of these tiles where the hip runs, and then we've also got a dry ridge along here, which in my opinion does look rather unprofessional, and I'm not sure what's been carried out by the roofing firm, but as you can see there, we've got gaps, very vulnerable where the chimney stack runs, and really poor shoddy workmanship carried out to the flashing there. We've got a permeable roofing membrane or roofing felt that runs into the gutters. Not sure what this is, an overlap here. This isn't ideal. As you can see here, rainwater coming down here, you've got your downpipe joining here, and you've got a great big load of this, which really should be cut to size and joined, lapped over at your party wall. As you can see, that's where your neighbour runs. Otherwise, you've got a very vulnerable section here for the guttering. But yeah, coming back to the lead here, really, really poorly done in my opinion. I've got some sections up here, very uneven as the roof runs. You've got screws running into the dry ridge, which is just going to make it vulnerable to water ingress. Really up the top here, you've got really poor flashing that is very vulnerable of water tracking back at the top there inside the roof covering. We've got really quite poor brackets holding up here. We've got a screw in there, not really sure why. We've got a screw going into the bracket joint there of the gutter. You know, that is, in my opinion, again, quite shoddy. Okay, so I'm up in the loft now, and as you can see, it is a hipped roof structure. So you've got these rafters being supported by these purlins. Now, the vendor was told that the rafters were showing significant signs of decay, and therefore wanting to charge them another £6,500 to double up the rafters. As you can see, they have doubled up the rafters, but it is really, really shocking work in how they've done this. As you can see, coming around here, we've got sections that aren't even adequately supported, really poorly cut, really poorly cut, and they're not even doing anything. It's really shocking. As you can see here, where they meet the ridge, I mean, this is just the fact that they're actually charging money for this is absolutely shocking. Like, to the point where trading standards need to be informed, and it absolutely infuriates me when vulnerable people like this are essentially taken for a jolly, because this is absolutely shocking. And they, I mean, look at that. What is that? Again, I'm no roofer, but I do have a reasonably good standard of how things should be done, and I've seen a lot, and this is absolutely shocking. Just to check what sort of readings we have got in these so-called decayed timbers. Funnily enough, they're absolutely sound with no problems whatsoever. Look at that. Ugh. Yeah, this is not good. Hello, so just thought I'd check in at the end of this video and give you my kind of opinions. Obviously, when I was there, I was feeling very raw, very emotional, and really quite upset about the situation, and that's just kind of a little bit of what I am like. I'm very raw. Now, having looked at them, you know, there are considerable concerns, but I think, you know, the main thing here is it's people just offering really misleading advice, and people vulnerable people putting trust into trades, and those trades just just running a mile with it. It was essentially, it sounds like it was a 2.5 day job, and they've paid £12,000 for that. And you know, the timbers within the loft are probably two quid a metre. It's just and the workmanship carried out to put those in. I mean, you don't even need to be a carpenter to do a better job than that. So not only have they got a ridiculous amount of money for what they've done, but they've also just, in my opinion, significantly damaged the structure. Not significantly, but they have damaged the structure, and that will require a retrospective work, which is what to what has been carried out to that property, which is going to require more money. So I guess, I guess where do we go from here? I don't know. Hence why I'm making a video of documenting this. I knew it wouldn't be great, and it's not great, and it's a really difficult position for the family. So I guess I'm just appealing to anyone out there that may be able to help, whether that is, I don't know, legally, putting the family in touch with someone that might be able to represent for them. Any roofers potentially might be able to pick this up. I don't know. This happens all the time. I appreciate that, and I also just wanted to document this, to just raise a little bit of awareness that these things do still happen, and people mislead people to carry out unnecessary work, and it's not just unnecessary work, it's really shocking quality of the unnecessary work as well. £12,000 for 2.5 days work is pretty damaging. So yeah, I guess that's that really.